assume we do this just by making a motion.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will move that we elect Scott Clare as the chairperson, Judy Floyd as the secretary.
I second.
Okay, roll call. Judy?
Aye.
Scott? Aye. Warren? Aye. Congratulations,
Not only,
Judy.
you're still running this.
Okay. I thought there was this one. Okay.
No. He does now. He's right.
That's up to you guys.
So we talked about it.
Oh, all right.
That's up to-
I got thrown on the fire. I know you did. I decided when that happened. From the fire. Force, yes.
Right through the hot potatoes, I laughed. Are there any items for public discussion? Any members of the public here or online wish to speak up? Let's move on then to FAA.
Nope.
Meetings.
Oh, the minutes, approval of minutes, yes. Anyone have any additions, concerns about the minutes? Or would like to accept them?
I propose that we accept them.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Oh. I can tell you natural.
Presidents or chairs.
Yeah.
That's what she had. 12 months.
Really true.
Zoom meetings.
Now we move on for items for discussion. Item 5 on the agenda, getting with the FAA IDOT projects.
The obstruction mitigation work, basically, we're just waiting for seeding season to come back in. They've got a couple of trees to replace, a little bit of seed that needs to go back down and repair some areas that just didn't take. So rather than doing that when it's 90 to 100 degrees out, seeding season starts late September, early October. So that's kind of, it'll be floating out there for a bit.
Any update on getting our night circling at
I
night?
don't have anything at the moment. Carl, have you heard anything on our approaches?
No, I haven't. I'll check with, I think Chris, last time I heard something was when we talked to him, asked him last week, and I haven't heard anything more on that. I don't know. I think he was going to get you some stuff. Were you able to look at which ones had been removed, or were you wanting?
Well, Chris and I had traded a couple of emails, but I never saw any mapping for the obstructions we did remove. So
Okay, I'll check with him again on that, because I know that had downloaded some information on the points that were issues.
Yep.
So I'll check on that again, but I don't have an answer right now.
well, we did get some new dates out of the FAA, out of the approach group. One was for July and the other one was first week of September. Was it September 7th?
It was, yeah, right in that area.
That sounds right. Based on what we just went through with the supply chain and the fact that they wanted an answer in about 24 hours, we actually went with the September date. The thought process is we bid this thing over late fall, early winter, sign a contract in January. That gives everybody 6 months to have supply chain working, hopefully.
Is there a
And-
reason we can't bid it now? Like bid it?
Well, part of it is how the FAA is funding it. They've still got to figure that out a bit since this is a delay. I don't know if we're going to get, because we're going to cross fiscal years now. I don't know if we're going to still have 100% grant. I don't know if we're going to have a 90-10 grant. I'm not sure if the FAA knows exactly how it's getting funded because there was some discretionary money tied into that.
The only reason I ask is that the last electrician that I was just talking to, he's in my shop working on something. He said he's just now getting stuff he ordered 8 months ago. And then like.
We've talked to the FAA about as soon as they will allow us to bid it and guarantees of funding, that's what our plan is to do as soon as they'll allow us.
Okay. We know they're guaranteeing at least 90% of it though, aren't they? Or not really? Like they wouldn't let you just bid it?
Well, it still depends on exactly what pots of money it comes from, because discretionary has a couple of different rules with it than
Okay.
our general entitlements, so. But that conversation's continuing,
Sure.
and that's kind of the plan we've got at the moment.
The September date is when FAA will fly it and say it's okay.
That's when we would be live with it. Yep.
And then how long would it take after that for them to actually issue and approve?
It would be live at the September
be live.
7th date. Yeah.
And this is next year,
Yes.
not this year.
Not this year. Not in a month.
Not in a month, yeah.
Calendars issue.
Yeah, all the work needs to be done
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
Right, exactly. I was like, well, this is weird. Yeah.
We just gotta
Yeah.
do it with the virus. Put some data in it.
Yeah. I think I can apply it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do all the markings whenever you want. You just don't have an approach for a year. So that's where the threshold relocation and the East End rehab are.
Very good. Anything else under those projects?
Yes, we did, backing up to the obstruction mitigation, we did get the grant for the obstruction mitigation project. I guess we technically don't have to, but we should set a special meeting to authorize accepting that grant. I know accounting would like to get us to have that grant sooner than later, just because we have spent the majority of the money already and they can draw it down pretty quickly.
Can we just do it at the end of this meeting, or do we have to have some public announcement?
I think we still need to,
Okay,
yeah,
so I shouldn't sign it yet.
no, don't sign it yet.
Okay. Just click this button to sign it. I don't totally understand.
And that is all we've got. DOT projects, I'll talk about that under the budget.
Are you gonna set up that special meeting? You'll schedule it?
We can talk about that towards the end, but I can either, it'll be a short meeting. We can either set it up at the end of the meeting when we're talking about the next meeting, or we can do a doodle pool. Yep.
Okay, airport operations.
Welcome to fiscal year 2022. Yeah. No, fiscal year just closed out, so all in all, I think, airport budget looks okay. I don't have any big try to remember what we had on the books for this fiscal year. I don't think we had a whole lot. Obviously, we've got a couple of grants out there that are pending. The Iowa Transportation Commission meets next week. I was hoping the agenda would be, or the agenda and the information would be released with the state aviation program before the meeting, but that looks like it'll happen after the meeting or at the meeting specifically. So we won't know if we're on the grant calendar or the grant recommendation list until next week.
Out of curiosity, last fiscal year, without the care funds and other stuff that we used for operational expenses, how would we have been looking? budget-wise?
I'm not sure. I'm 90% sure we'd have some deficit. I just don't know what that looks like. I'm not sure. Part of it is just at the end of June, we still have some bills that will come through and will be tagged to the end of the last fiscal year. So those numbers over the next 30 days or so will be finalized, and then I'll have some better numbers for the commission. It just goes into our cash balance.
And is this number at the end of the budget or the finance report, our current cash balance?
It's approximate I wouldn't put too much faith in it because there's some other accounts that aren't in the invoice history that affect.
Just a little coming in and out.
Yeah.
But that's
Or-
where we're at.
Yeah, that's a good approximate.
Are we gonna consider this resolution or is that for our special meeting?
No, this one is as part of the American Rescue Plan. There is a third round of COVID related income replacement funds that was given to the FAA to distribute to airports. So this one gives us, did I put the application in the packet? $59,000.
Same constraints on it.
Yeah,
Like operational expenses.
Yep.
Okay.
yep, correct. Can't use it for grant matching funds, can't use it for,
Parking lots.
yeah. So we'll,
We can at least pay your salary.
we will ultimately kind of do the same thing we did with the last ones. It'll be salary, it'll be utilities, it'll be, general things like that. We can use jet air's maintenance, groundskeeping contracts to offset it, but that'll get it into our books pretty quickly. And then from there, we can run with it.
Well, I move that we authorize the chair and secretary to attest, sign and attest to the FAA grant.
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
All right,
Chris,
events.
Double checking my email real quick, make sure Electra didn't actually send me anything about having trouble getting in or anything like that. No, okay. Events, actually got a couple of new events or I guess a return to normal events. The Young Eagles, as things are opening up, the Young Eagles did give us a call and we more or less agreed to August 7th to bring the Young Eagles back out and have some flying. Then the pancake breakfast at the end of August. So August is looking like a pretty active month for things at the airport.
We generally get some pretty good fuel sales from there.
Not
No, not really.
Not
A lot-
really. I mean, it's just because the experimental stuff doesn't really burn a lot of gas.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's,
A lot of them come down from Cedar Rapids.
yeah,
Right.
So, I mean, some of them will fuel up just because it's cheaper, but with their self-service now, it's similarly priced. Hey, look and see if it's the same. For a while, they were matching our price.
We're what, like 480 or something?
Yeah, and that's gone up. We're supposed to get a load tomorrow, so it'll probably go up a little more. Let's see here. See, our self-service is 474, 100 low lead, and theirs is 470. Yeah. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily looking at our price, but I guess it's a big probably not.
He's flying along looking at it. saying, "Hey, it's 470." Okay. Flight training reports, I guess we're over to Jetty.
Sure. All right, so we've got our maintenance sheet here for June. Actually, you want to take one, pass it around, and I'll actually just sit over here. Is that better? But really, a lot of the same stuff. It's just still summer times. We're doing all of our summer mowing, and let's see. One of the things we took our chainsaw in to get repaired at Pyramid Services. Purchased a little bit of Roundup for like cracks in the cement that we have in between hangars and stuff like that. The airport as a whole, the last few years, we've done some like around the fences and stuff like that, spraying, and that has been good enough. We just didn't do it this year because it's held pretty good. So we're probably gonna get into the mode over time where that can be kind of phased out, but. Then they also, you'll see on there, one of the things we've got is over the years is, you keep getting plow trucks that go and go and go and go, and you get all that sediment and dirt and sand. Our dirt is probably a couple, 3 or 4 inches above the actual curb, so you get these weeds that grow out sideways onto the road. So we went out and weeded them, but someday we'll have to get a road grader from the streets or somebody to pass by probably and scrape it back down and level it back out again. I think that's what people do. I don't know. We've never had to do it in my time since I've been here, but at some point in time, something's gonna need done. But anyway, it's not a pressing issue, but that was one of the things they did is they had followed with a truck and weeded along Riverside Drive. It's a really busy road. So did that. They got one tree limb down. Other than that, we've got on our list of stuff to do. We need to rent, which I don't think they actually got it done, rent a carpet cleaner again. But the front downstairs carpet we might consider getting like replaced again sometime, just because it's got so much foot traffic, and then soda stains, man, they're just crazy. You clean them and then, but just something about that sugar just attracts back black. Anyway,
What about replacing that with the floors, luxury vinyl tiles?
well, that's what the rest of it is, and it looks really nice.
It's just the carpet and the seating area, right?
In the seating area, just that little area there, but I don't know what the right thing is. The vinyl has held up good. That was all done at the same time.
Mhm.
And what was that? That was 10 years ago, wasn't it, right?
It's been a hot minute, yeah.
And it's held up pretty good. It shows a little bit of stuff, but
Well, we did, I think part of the reason we did carpet for that seating area was it helps sound cushion.
breaks up the room a little bit. I mean, it looks nice having that half circle carpet. I almost wonder if it's time just to replace even just that little section. That wouldn't be too expensive, would it?
We'd have to.
Wouldn't
Have
think.
somebody,
It's
yeah.
hard to say right now.
Right now, yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't think it would cost that much, but,
Yeah.
100 grand.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And like I say, it's not something that has to be done tomorrow either. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But anyway, so that's just one thing. Another thing that we had is time. It's the time of year we need to be trimming all of our bushes down front and stuff like that. You hit them right around now, you can typically keep them about the same size ish. So anyway, that's that for that part. On flight training, we have 695 Sierra Papas down there right now. It's here for a week or two. And then it'll be replaced by 989 will be coming back. But this has the same avionics, got the G3X and the Garmin 500 autopilot and the,
Oh, well, it's not, it's going somewhere.
it's going, so yeah, they're gonna leave it here pretty soon.
I thought you pulled it out to show the commission members.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But no, I haven't even flown it yet. I still haven't flown it after all this time, but anyway,
Have they painted it?
it's a nice one. It's, I went up and bought that in French Canada. It's only got like 3 or 4 hours, 3 or 4,000 hours on it. And it's a really good one. The other ones all have various hail damage over time and stuff like that, But anyway, so that one's all set up. 989 will be coming back. It'll be all set up. And then we've got all the stuff bought to do the third airplane. And it takes forever. I mean, 989's been over there for months, but it's mainly because they're on airplanes. So it's
How much weight does it lose in the process?
40 pounds. Yeah,
And that's all front CG weight too.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So when
So-
you do this, are you taking out, is it all
The vacuum
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, there's no vacuum system. Yeah,
so
it pulls
you
out
get
everything.
vacuum and everything, it's
Just electronic. and
Just
the
electronic.
gyros as well.
And the gyros is or everything's gone. It's got say the G5 is a standby battery or standby with its own battery. It's really cool. Like you can't get anyway, it's neat. I'm super excited about it. And I still haven't flown it. This one's been done for almost a year.
Did they replace
6
the
months.
vacuum pump with like standby alternator?
No, they just
put a
ripped it
plug
out.
in there.
Exactly. I mean, we're not doing anything crazy with these airplanes, but
That'll make them even easier to land.
that's true. Have to have nose down trim. Yeah.
Nose and down trim all the way down.
Yeah, but no, we're excited about that stuff. the shop guys are super excited. We just got a new fan in the shop. So it's a 16-foot
Mm.
wide fans which is really cool for them, just for their kind of
Is that a floor fan?
workspace.
16
It's a ceiling foot.
Oh, it's a ceiling. That's-
Yeah, it's on the ceiling. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But,
Is it a big ass fan?
it's actually a competitor. It's a right height fan. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
There is the brand.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We looked at those. This was a pretty good, it was a really good, good fit for us. It's aluminum, so it looks like airplane type stuff. And so yeah, it's kind of cool. Charter flying has been really busy. We went through, just like probably every company out there, they went through about 13 or 14 plus months of no employees leaving at all, pretty much unless they were forced to now everybody started hiring again, moving. And so that's what I mentioned last time. Elwin's leaving. We did get all that stuff kind of solidified with the shop and met with every mechanic today. And so we've got Joe will be the shop manager, which was already set. There's a gentleman by the name of Nathan Bellinger, who's been kind of in the second, third spot. But now he had come to us from doing, he was running a shop in Texas before he came here about 2 years ago. And it was mainly an internal shop, like they had a big flight training department and stuff. So he had a lot of like internal work and stuff, but he's very familiar with the FAA repair station manuals and all that kind of stuff. And so he's excited, and he's going to do a really good job with that. And then Jared Weston is going to be doing like a customer service type role, answering the phone and coordinating the schedule with customers and responding to customers faster and doing all that kind of stuff. So we're actually really excited about the direction that's going. We'll miss Ellen because he's just a built-in one person who understands the flying side and the other side. Joe is a pilot, which does help. Joe's got his own Cherokee 140. So does understand a lot of stuff, but Ellen, on like our jets, he understood that side of it too. And so it'll be transition. But so excited on that stuff. We've hired, so we lost Ellen. We've had several pilots who moved on to other things. One guy went back to an IT job after transitioning to being a pilot. Now he's going back to that. Really nothing else like in the aviation. Another guy started an excavating business because the construction's crazy. So just stuff like that. You just can't predict this kind of stuff. Yeah, you wouldn't think. Yeah. So, but anyway, so we're excited to have new guys. We got 6 new guys hired coming on. So anyway, yeah, on that, just plug along. There's still supply shortages and all that kind of stuff we got to stay on top of. But well, so yeah, we've got here in Iowa City, we have the 1 full-time and then 3 more part-time. So get everybody together. Yeah, that'd be good, especially planning out airplane locations and stuff like that. We transitioned to the Jet Insights Charter Flight Schedule Pro, and it has like, I don't know if you guys have used it yet, but like you can do the digital maintenance discrepancies and stuff, and that's a really good thing, moving away from paper, because if you were able to, if we can convince customers to put in the discrepancy right there, then it automatically gets emailed to me and to our shop and everybody else, and they can go in online and sign it off, and it changes on the schedule if it has to be grounded for whatever the issue was. I mean, it's a good system. Yeah. So, yeah.
I did, because every time it was.
Exactly. Right.
Write it down or give it to the person again.
Exactly. And it's hard to, and you have the ability to say, well, this isn't like, it's not a grounding issue, but this is something that needs to be looked at. And then it hits everybody and everybody can see it. And then it stays on their list of stuff to do, which is great. That saves us a lot of hassle. So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it from Jet Air. If anybody has any questions.
Real quick,
Yeah.
viewing area.
Oh, the picnic area. Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't part of the viewing area.
No, it had been there.
That was pre-existing before we built like the.
Yeah, this is that, yeah.
Yeah, so that was,
Years that we did, it's something we just built.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, no, it had been, we actually already re-roofed part of it probably 4 years ago, but then with the derecho stuff, it ripped off some of it because it wasn't like a super. So I mean, it's just a little thing. But, and there's some more stuff, projects out there we'd like to do as soon as we get time. It's not pressing, but you know, we need to redo the striping of the kids runway over there for that, you know, stuff like that that needs done and just isn't really, there's nobody yelling about it, but it needs done. So it's such a cool area. That's so, I mean, if you know of anybody, kids, grandkids, whatever, that's awesome. I mean, just being able to be out there, be close, see everything. We go out there, play all the time. So anyway, with my son, not employees.
No, Matt's over there like half the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Yep.
I will be out of the office tomorrow and probably some next week. I have an uncle in hospice, and I'm honestly expecting the news tonight when I get home that he's probably passed. But so that's, I'll let everybody know when I'm definitely out of the office tomorrow, but I will update everybody for next week on what's going on. Outside of that, what else did I have? The 4 states, it used to be the FAA Central Region Conference is next month. No, August. Yes, it is next month. I think I'm going to try to go to that. It's still one of those things like, do I feel comfortable traveling? Do I want to go? They're doing it in person. So I think I am going to register and commission members. We do, that is one of the 2 conferences we budget for over the course of the year. And we budget extra money for commission members if commission members do want to go. That's all I have.
Regular meeting is August 12th.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-minute meeting. It can be, I need 24 hours to post them. I'd like more than that, but 24 hours is the legal minimum. But usually a couple of days. I mean, if you wanted to.
So you got some flexibility on time.
Yeah, this is something we could, the grant itself didn't have to be back till towards the middle of August. It's actually after the next commission meeting, but I know accounting would like to be able to draw down that money, you know, as soon as they can, essentially. So if we wanted to do a Zoom meeting real fast, we could probably do a Zoom meeting. Okay. Do we want to keep it in like right now, 6 o'clock, or do you want to get together over lunch for 5 minutes or? Okay,
Yeah, generally, yeah.
that's fine.
If it's a Thursday, even better.
I mean, even if you wanted to just
Yeah.
plan it next Thursday for 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure before.
Thursday, 6 p.m.
Yeah, technically. He's a newbie.
We'll plan the special one for next Thursday at 6 over Zoom. Excuse me. And then the next regular one is August 12th. August 12th.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we are adjourned.
All right.